Hello, skateboarders. Welcome to TSM Live Show, Season 6, Episode 7. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. On this episode, we have Jalen, Willis, Sebastian, Hofbauer, comedian Tylor Clark. You guys ready to get this show started? Yeah. Let's do this.
Respect me and I won't
Tough like pelly leather, Mossberg. Tough when it's pelly weather. Wish we all could come together, but you insist. Hit, now your tummy melting. Shame on you, can't put all the blame on you. Really should've played my fool. Get cold fast, red cash, pimp on the hoe, add the cold cash on hot blocks. Play hero, get your snap box rock. Cool cat, serve cane rock while I fuck out. Wood stop, Russian chop, wood stop. Niggas ain't privy how we get busy. Mean business, ask the guy for forgiveness. Follow the blueprint, drawing in place. Terrified of minimum wage, true to me. Shit jewelry, worth tons of gold. Who knows how the story unfold? Fuck foes, wanted in lows, curiosity kill. Niggas ask questions, scheme.
What's up, Jalen? How you doing, dude?
Good, about yourself.
Welcome. You thirsty, dude?
Yeah.
All right, here, I'm gonna give you one of these. Yeah, buys, dude. Try it out.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I know. It's
Great.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. They also got pineapple too. Let me know what you think. Good?
Pretty fire.
Yeah, hard seltzer, man. 5% alcohol on that thing.
Okay.
Fuck it. That should get you fucked up after 5 of those.
We'll see.
So how was your trip up, dude?
Not too bad. A little hour-and-a-half drive up here from LA. Not too
Okay.
bad.
What part of LA?
We up in Glendale right now.
Oh, it's not too
Yeah,
bad, dude.
So right by Chevy Park, the Thrasher Park, everyone says.
So, you know, some of the viewers know who you are. Tell us a small little bio about yourself.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
Well, a little outside of Cleveland, so probably like 30 minutes from actual downtown.
What
called
part?
Lorain, Ohio.
Okay, so about Youngstown, ain't it?
No, that's Youngstown's like south.
South?
I'm
Okay.
like all the way up by pretty much like Lake Erie, pretty much.
Okay, I know like areas, yeah.
So yeah, 26 straight from there. You know, skating for like, say like, since I was 11. So
Okay.
15 years now. Is up there.
Damn.
Time goes by real quick.
Especially out there, man.
Yeah.
And what was it like growing up in Cleveland?
It was cool. I mean, it's a lot. For skating wise, it was like, where I grew up, there was not much skating. Like either BMXing, scootering, rollerblading, stuff like that. Luckily, where I grew up, like right around the corner pretty much was an indoor park. So probably like 4 or 5, I picked up my first board and then like would go there, skate a little bit. Not really skate, you know, little kid stuff, ride down the ramp on your butt and shit like that.
Doing the cannonball and stuff like that?
Pretty much, yeah. And then I would say I picked up it again, probably like 10 or 11. My one homie, Chris, has actually got me into it. And I remember like going over there, like rode up the ramp a little bit and like grind down the rail and I was like,
Heaven, this is it.
I'm skating rails.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. It was a pretty nostalgic moment right there. Right? So.
Do you remember your first board or what?
Well, I had a lot of Target, Walmart boards for a little bit.
Still skateboarding.
Yeah, but my first pro board, Element Bam board.
Oh, sick.
You know, had the I think Destructive Bam trucks at the time.
The
with
purple
like,
ones? Or were the black
I think it was
with
like the Hardigram ones.
in the middle of
yeah,
it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then I don't remember what wheels, some ABAC 7, something like that.
And did you get them from a local skate shop or was this homie hook you up?
At the time, I didn't know about like skate shops like that because the park that the first park was Area 57 when I was like 3 or 4. Like when I actually went there, that ended up closing down.
Oh shit.
So I didn't have like a skate shop or whatever. So I like think ordered CCS.
Okay.
And then one Christmas got that, and then probably like a year and a half, that same park that closed down opened up as a different park called Changa 57.
Okay.
And then that's where I spent like every day after school. If I got my homework done, I was there on some training regimen. Like I'm not leaving till I do this. I'm not doing that. Like.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
And did they do a lot of stuff for the skate community in that area or what?
Not really. It was more like it's like a bike park.
Oh, a bike park. Okay.
So people freak out. They're like, I didn't know you could skate transition and shit like that. So I'm like, I grew up skating bike parks and everything there is like big.
Huge.
Yeah, like there's no small. Yeah, it's like you have like 6 foot. Your mini ramp is like a 6 foot with the extension.
Yeah.
Got the vert wall, camel humps. The bowl was like 7 feet with like a vert wall with like a I don't even know what little
Yeah, I know what you're
ramp
talking
over.
about.
Yeah, I need one of those. So everything was big. They had a street section. I wish we could skate it now because the rails and the hubbas and everything there was like fire.
So did you feel like that park helped you to get where you're at now?
For sure. I would go to I literally leave school at like 3, go there at 4 when it opened, leave at 10. I would sit there and like do tricks. Like I would have this thing where I would skate this rail and I would do it 5 times in a row, do another trick 5 times in a row, and if I fail, I have to start the whole process over until I did everything in a row. And it was very, very frustrating.
Yeah. And what was it like in the wintertime?
That's where it pretty much would do, just go in the indoor park like all day. Springtime, summertime, they would have like outdoor parks, metal ramps. You know, it's 100 degrees, you fall on a metal half pipe, your back burns.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I know how the east weather is, man. I'm from Florida, so
Florida.
I mean it's a little bit more different than the east,
Yeah.
but you know.
Even going to Florida too, going to Fossil Park, going to
Oh, you're talking about good old St. Pete.
St. Pete, yeah. St. Pete, got Schoolyard back in the day. That was a fire park.
Schoolyard was fun, dude.
Schoolyard was sick.
And 688.
688.
Well, 688 was kind of like BMX style.
Yeah, exactly.
Too,
it was
because
pretty
I
much same.
yeah.
I was just bummed. One time I got to skate, first day, rolled my ankle.
Ah, damn.
Stupid kickflip.
And how did you get? Did you know people in Florida? Do you have family in Florida or what?
The person that got me into skating, Chris, he moved to Florida. So then I I would go visit him on spring break and stuff like that. And then from there, we just, you meet all these people, and then it's a whole big little family going.
Hell yeah, dude, hell yeah. And then coming from Ohio to California, it must be a big culture shock when you first came out here.
Yeah,
Tell us
crazy
about that.
because like people think I'm from LA now, like out in LA. They're like, you just popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, no, I'm from Cleveland. I've been here, but I would stay quiet a little bit.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Started putting out footage and stuff like that, and then everyone started like little recognize, and it's pretty cool now. But like culture shock, yeah, you going from Ohio to literally everything.
Yeah.
Best part is you can get any type of food anywhere.
Oh, I know,
like,
right?
You want some Mexican food, you want some Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean, like it's all in the same block.
Yeah.
Over there, it's like you have to travel, like unless you're going to downtown. Even that's a little iffy.
Yeah. And you gave us a video. Tell us about this video about to check out.
So this is some clips from the Brooklyn projects. We had No Cure for Sickness video, came out earlier this year. And this is, I had like a knee surgery this is gonna be my 4th year going in.
Oh shit.
And yeah, double cartilage replacement in my right knee.
Damn.
And
Did they clean it out or something? Is that what happened?
pretty much they took out the front part, moved it to the back. Now there's no
Damn.
cartilage in the back part of my knee.
Damn.
It's not tight. It's kind of sucks. After a while skating and jump, especially this shit I like to skate, after a while my knee be busting. But yeah, this video is probably like one of the videos I stayed quiet most for. Like I didn't post a lot about it, and then we had a big premiere at the Whiskey A Go Go, first ever video premiere ever to be done there, especially skating wise, because it's like Motley Crue and all them other people over there. So yeah, put a lot of work into that one. So I think we're gonna work on a new one too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hush about that one.
Oh, you heard that? Be quiet out there.
There's no confirmation yet.
Okay.
So,
You ready to show everybody?
yeah, let's check it
All
out.
right, well, let's check out Jalen's edit right here.
That nigga is good as fuck.
Yo, that was fucking sick edit, dude.
Yes, sir.
Take me back on that back tail, dude. That was sick.
That
Like,
back-
especially with the legs right there on the side.
Yeah, I mean, It was cool. It was actually a random, like, they sent me a pin, and I thought we were going to Riverside, so I drove all the way to Riverside. And then I drove all the way back to K-Town, and I was pissed. I was like, man, fuck this. So we went to this ledge spot. I got a clip on that. It was like a half cab nose body varial on this weird ledge. And we passed that, I was like, cool. I mean, I've always wanted to skate it, so I ollied the stair. I crooked the rail before that. And I was like, cool on the crook. I was like, all right, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna try nothing else. And I was like, I always wanted to backtail this, so I'm gonna go and try to do it a couple of times. And it actually took like 5-6 tries.
5 or 6 tries?
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
5-6 tries, rode away, and I was like, well, that was cool. Then I went back, and then I big spinned it.
No
but
way.
It took 2.5 months to do that. Bruised my ribs. Bad heel bruise, bad foot bruise. A priest pushed me off my board.
A priest pushed you off?
Yeah.
Tell us about that, dude.
I was, he was like riding. I'm like looking at him. He's like, he looked like he was just like watching, right?
Yeah.
So I throw down. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do it this track. So I'm like kicked out. Goes in, like I'm going right here. He's like over here, and he like starts walking in front of me. So I kind of like jump out of the way because I didn't want to hit him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, and I was like,
Oh, you gave it that.
yeah,
elbow,
I was
dude.
like, whoo. And Church just got out of session. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. But right now, I'm like, whoo, I'm ready. But I kept it cool. And
It
I
wasn't
ended up-
on Sunday, was it?
It wasn't on Sunday. It's the only time you can really,
Yeah.
well, not only time you can skate, it's the only time we could skate it because at that time period, it was raining all the time through. I don't
Yeah.
know why this year it has like
Weird year.
rain like every weekend. And then that day, it rained 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
In between that, I was like drying the floor, trying it, and then 2 tries.
Yeah.
Drying the floor, 2 tries later. And then I'm like waiting, and then Church goes into session at that time, blah, blah, blah. Wait another 2 hours to try a couple more, and then that happens, and I'm like, well, cool. And then it stops raining. Like, all right, cool, bro, whatever.
You're like, fuck, man.
I'm like, could have just not done that, but whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But it worked out at the end. I actually ended up doing it like the week of the premiere, so they had to edit it into the video
Oh, shit.
not at the premiere, but like a day before, because they turned it into Thrasher and the actual venue itself. So, but that video is probably one of the best ones that I've been a part of.
Sick.
Like I've filmed a lot of video parts throughout like Cleveland.
Yeah.
And like homie videos, the homie Tom Filming Tom. We have a bunch of video parts out with him. Check him out on his YouTube channel at Tom Filming Tom. Actual name's Tommie, just like you.
That's right. TNT.
Yeah, TNT. There you go. But yeah, shout out to all the homies at BP, Brooklyn Dom. Thanks for putting everything together with that.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool, and yeah, just hopefully we get another one out soon.
Sick, dude, sick. And then where can people watch this video at?
It's on Thrasher. If you
Okay.
look up Brooklyn Projects, No Cure for the Sickness, pops up. Or you could just like look up people's names in the video. It kind
Okay.
of comes up too. I
Okay.
just found that out too. I was like, whoa, that's
You're
kinda
like, oh
cool.
shit, this is easy.
Yeah, I was like, I just looked up a name and just popped up, and I'm like, cool.
There you
it
go.
is. It's on Thrasher. Go check it out.
Hell yeah.
It's like 45 minutes. We actually broke like algorithm or something like that
Really?
on the video. I'm not saying how many views it was because I don't know if it's true or not, but I was like, damn.
You're like, everybody knows me now.
It's been a crazy year so far.
Hell
Not
yeah.
gonna lie.
And who are your sponsors?
I ride for Caravan Skateboards, a Chicago-based company.
Okay.
Coming from Cleveland, a couple homies used to ride for them. I used to be on Chcolate Flow and stuff like that, and then COVID, all that
Yeah,
stuff. So got on a Caravan, probably a little before that, Royal Trucks.
Okay.
Shout out Rudy for that, and then Brooklyn Projects and Wicked Audio, it's a headphone company.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. So
Yep.
you're all set up with headphones and everything.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a giveaway this week. That I have to.
You hear that, guys? Hear
I'm gonna
this.
do a giveaway this week. Tune in to my Instagram at Jalen Willis. Starts Wednesday. It's gonna do a whole week. I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna be yet, but we have to do one this week. So if you want some headphones,
Hit
there
them
you
up.
go. Got some new ones coming in, wireless ones, and they're pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying them out all week.
And do you have what else you have coming up for 2023? Anything
I just did a Go Skate Day event for Cleveland actually.
good? Okay.
So we just did that. 2 weeks I go to Woodward
Okay.
for like the guest VIP skater
Yeah.
for that. And then filming. We're actually about to go hit street spots after this because we never get to come down this way. It's
a good advantage to take advantage
exactly.
of it.
I'm like, oh, we got spots today. Like, I don't get to come down here real. They got some rails out here. That's all I know. But and then contest Tampa Am.
Okay, that's like a couple months away.
Yeah, so I've been trying some new stuff and learning some stuff. But these Japanese kids is
insane, dude.
It's not even funny.
They're
You go to
robots.
Tampa, you walk in, it's like tray flip nose grind, first trick you see, you're like,
They're like robots.
I ain't even warm up yet. Like, I just got here. It's 9 a.m.
You just gotta plug them in. You gotta plug them in like an Apple cord and just.
I'm like,
get 'em
y'all
going.
are fucking crazy. Like,
and plus, too, is Tampa's 30 years, not
Yeah,
Tampa Am.
yeah.
It's Tampa Skate Park.
Tampa's 30-year anniversary,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be fun.
But next year is gonna be Tampa Am 30 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't know. I'm trying to bring home a board for the grandma, so
There you
she
go.
got me into skating. So hopefully,
yeah.
get a name on a board,
That's be sick.
and then I don't have to skate Tampa Am no more.
You go to pro. You'll be up there with those guys.
That'd be tight. But it's a little harder than that. A lot of industry controversy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
I know.
you know how
Yeah,
it is.
I know how that is. And then one last thing. What can you say to the upcoming skaters that want to be where you're at right now, or want to travel to California or whatever?
Well, if you want to be like me, you gotta learn how to take a slam, because it does not come easy at all. Like, you want to stay dedicated, motivated, and just do whatever you possibly can. I mean, don't say no. Like, you have to believe that you can do something and then go do it, pretty much. You can't just say, I want to go do something and just never even put the energy into that.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people are like, I want to move to California, I want to move this, and they're still stuck in Cleveland doing the same stuff they've been doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just got to believe in yourself pretty much. And then no matter if you're going to get hurt, get injury, like, you're going to bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to stay motivated and determined and keep it going.
You hear that, guys? Keep motivated. Stay motivated. Keep on going.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jen. Thank you for coming on,
No
man.
problem. Appreciate you guys.
And coming up next is Sebastian Hofbauer.
Hey yo, my flow non-binary, that mean it never miss. Feeling meticulous, I'm ready to get with this ridiculous vehicular sound. That means that I'm driven illness around. Yeah, they know me round the world, but the flow is still underground. Only booze I get on stage is when I sip fire. It's like MF, most you niggas deaf, that's con 5. Bottom line, I'm top 5, red carpet when I arrive. But most days I'm feeling derealized, that's a medical term for feeling out of your body like you looking through glass and don't recognize anybody like you're not even real. Anxiety, what I feel, trying to fix the problem, doctors want to give me a pill. You know I still think I could do it without that. These professionals really doubt that. Luckily I found a therapist straight from the outback. She's always there for me when I'm feeling down under.
Hey, what's up, Sebastian? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Here chilling, just came out of the shower and stoked for the interview with you, man.
Oh, man, got out of the shower. What, you been skating all day?
No, I actually was painting the house. I was skating as well, but I'm working on my house now. I bought like last summer a new house with the attic mini ramp. Probably you could show some clips in my attic as well. Put the mini ramp in my house, like making the dream reality, making it happen. Now I've got a small 2.5 feet mini ramp in my attic. So for winter times, winter is hard here over in Germany. So I've got my own mini ramp, sometimes putting the heating there and having my own paradise at home.
Dude, that's so rad. So how you build a mini ramp up in the attic? Like, is it like hard? Is it like you got to like make it more stable so that way it doesn't fall through the ceiling or anything, or what?
I actually have like a bit older house, you know, this European big houses, this German houses. They're like blocks. I don't know how many meters it's high. It's like super high. There's like the basement, first, second, and then over the second floor, there's usually only a storage room.
Mm-hmm.
I remember from my parents' house, there was like a small storage, like I don't know, like 1.5 meters or something, where you could not even stand. And then when I checked this house, I went up there and I expected like a storage there. Then I went up and there was like this ceiling high. And I was like, what the fuck? this is so amazing. I want to build a mini ramp here. And then everyone was like, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy. Then I checked with some architects, like friend architects, what's the construction under it, and there's like so big wood pieces. And then I said, yeah, you could even park a car there. So what we did, we took out all the flooring from there and put the pieces like from down. I actually got a small video like in my reels where we were building the mini ramp. Shout out to Backyard Ramps who supported me, like a homies brand who builds mini ramps and everything. They supported me with the mini and made my dream reality.
Dude, that's so rad. I can't wait to see like a full like 5-minute video of you just shredding the attic skate mini ramp.
Yeah, I will come probably. I actually also working on a mini ramp full part. It's finished, but we're too stupid to put it out. It's not my fault that we did not put it out yet. You know, music rights and everything. You finish it, like filming and editing was the easiest part, and putting out is like the nightmare. For me, filming was the best, and now everything besides that is just a fucking nightmare.
That's the worst, right?
Yeah.
And you grew up in Germany, right?
Yeah.
What was it like
Also,
skateboarding? Go ahead.
Yeah, also I used to live in Spain when I was younger and older, but yeah, mainly Germany.
And where'd you grow up? Where'd you start skateboarding? In Spain, Germany, or what?
No, in Germany here, because like my older brother, I was like 11, 12 when I started. He was like 1.5 years older and had some older friends as well who were like 14, 15, typical dudes, skating, smoking, drinking, whatever. And I said, whoa, this seems so insane. And I remember then I tried it out one time and I kind of managed to shove it, shove it without pop or whatever. And I was like, whoa, this is so insane. And I remember like the next day, took all my money I had at home and went to the city center on my own, or even with a friend. I don't remember. I went to the skate shop. There was like this new big skate shop opening. And I was like, wow, I will buy a brand new setup and all the others will be so fucking stoked. And then I remember I came home and they said, these trucks are bullshit. and I went crying. This board is bullshit as well.
That's funny. And what was it like skateboarding in Germany?
Hurricane trucks?
You what?
Yeah, you remember Hurricane trucks? Hurricane.
Yeah, I remember Hurricane
Was
trucks.
it Hurricane? Yeah. Like I had no idea. And the dudes from the skate shop told me, no, it's solid trucks. And I thought, I believed them, everything.
And what was it like skateboarding in Germany? I mean, is it like kind of like America, or is it more differently?
It really depends on the city and everything. Like back in the day in my city, it was way bigger than now. Now there are not that many skaters, but I remember when I was young, you just could go out in the streets because I'm not living in the city center, a little bit outside, like 10 kilometers something, and there were many families, so there were many kids and young adults, like from 13 to 20, and there was like big community. So I just took the board, sometimes was cruising around, and then there was like at the supermarket parking, typical shit, and there was only like one main skate park back in the day, like super, it's probably was older than me. It was from before the 90s. Big concrete corner, and that's where I had balls. After 2 years of skating, I had balls to finally go there, and there where I started skating more and everything. But yeah, back in the day it was nice because you could go. There was always good vibes, people from the villages around, because it's one of the biggest cities here. People were coming, and there was always super nice. But then how it sometimes happens, whole friends stopped skating, new friend group, they stopped skating again, and then I sometimes ended up being on my own until I was pretty young when I said it. Yeah, fuck it, if no one skates, I will skate on my own, I will skate every day. And since I said it, I kept on skating every day. Sometimes it was obviously not possible, but skating 24/7, not 24/7, but
you wish, right?
350 days a year, probably, or 340.
And it gets really cold out there too. So I mean, do you have like a underground spot you go skate when it gets cold out there?
Nothing. That's what everyone expects from Germany, but there are not many indoor skate parks. There used to be some, but they're closed. Even in my city used to be like one indoor skate park, but skaters from here, first, there are not many, and second, they were not willing to pay. often like these indoor skate parks are supported by government or by some associations or whatever, like typical youth associations. Then they support the rent of the places because the rent is so high. And also, like in winter, the heating, if they put the heating, usually they don't put it because it's too expensive. But there was zero support, so I was helping there to build everything, so we had to do it on our own, and obviously split the costs to the people who came. So it was not so cheap, but people also didn't want to become members of it. So after a few years, we had to close because there was, like, unfortunately, lack of support from the skater side, let's say. There were like a lot of BMX dudes coming and everything. And I remember also, like, inline skaters, there was like a big half pipe. When I was younger, there were these inliner dudes who was totally crazy what they did. They brought the money, but skaters not so much. So 2 years and then it was over. I remember, like, it was still existing. Then I moved to Spain, came back after a few years, and then nothing anymore.
Oh wow. And do you have like a skate shop that helps build the skate scene where you're at, or anywhere, or where you grew up at?
No comment.
No comment.
No,
No comment.
no, there's this big. You probably know Tito's skate shop, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like it's franchise skate shop, and they're been existing for, I don't know, 15 or probably almost 20 years in my city now, like bunch of years. But like the owners changed and everything. And at the beginning, I remember they did more for the scene, and now less. Let's keep it like that. They're still doing stuff, but then there's now another big franchise skate shop here. But yeah, not this core shops who really work their ass off to make something happen. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much because I want to keep it neutral. You know what I mean?
You don't want nobody to be hating on you.
I prefer shutting up than that something bad escapes. I have nothing, not at all. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against it. They're cool dudes and everything, but
no, I know what you mean, man. You want to keep peace between them.
yeah, obviously.
And you're a teacher too, right?
Yeah, I'm working for the government actually. Here, there's like teachers and teachers who are working for the government. So after university, you got to do this special exams to be able to work for the government. But we've got a bunch of like advantages if you're working for the government, because they cannot kick you. This gives you like big security and like keeps you calm in life, let's say. Knowing that I have my job forever, if I don't fuck up really, gives me big security and big, like, wow, like it's super nice actually. And then when I signed for life for government, that's when I started skating more again. I never stopped skating, but there were like times when I just could only go 1 hour every day, just going to the skate park, bam, 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 skating, coming back, and then I had to study again or whatever. So I was always there, but now you might have realized now social media output and everything, and there more traveling again, because now life, thanks God, is more relaxed again.
Yeah.
And I can focus not only on my job anymore, but also can focus, thanks God, on skateboarding.
And do the kids know that you're a skateboarder?
Yeah, in this school they know, in the school before they didn't. I don't want to tell them, but they usually find out. Because yeah, I mean it sucks gaining your position. They usually think I'm cool either way, so fuck it. They could know, but I don't want to go there and say, yeah, I'm skateboarder, I'm cool skateboarder. And then they say, oh, my teacher's good skateboarder. You know what I mean? They should respect me because of my teacher qualities, if not because I can do something.
Yeah.
So usually they start respecting me and then they find out. So I'm fine with that because I gained my respect before.
And do they ask you like, hey, can you bring your board in, do a kickflip for us, or that ask you like tricks and stuff like that?
So like back in the day when I started being a teacher, I did even skateboarding classes in school.
Oh,
Now I
sick.
wanted to do more, but then government kind of blocked it.
Oh
You know,
man.
like when was it? Like I I came back last year when I bought this house with the mini ramp attic. I came back to the hometown where I was raised, not born, but where I was raised, where I
Mhm.
spent most of my childhood. And so it's my first year now again being a teacher here. And I tried it, but then like the council asked the next higher position because they did not know, and then they did not know and asked the next higher position, and then they asked the next higher position, and then I was on a phone call with the dude responsible for sports in whole Germany for schools, and yeah, Mr. Hofbauer, I give you one advice. I was young too, and I had visions, but you should not even try. And I was like, what the fuck? They should be happy if I'm not this boring teacher and want to bring my passion and cool things to school, and kids would enjoy, and they not only enjoy it's not only sports, they would learn a lot of things like to control their emotions and difference of other sports. I have nothing against soccer, but playing
Mhm.
soccer you can just run and push, being aggressive, and you're usually better than others if you're aggressive and jump on your skateboard and boom, it will roll away, and then you will land on your ass. So you gotta be focused, and this being focused and really work on it, yeah, would teach them a lot. I think I learned a lot now
Mhm.
reflecting and being a teacher. You're probably more reflective in these things.
Mhm.
I think now, looking back, that I, thanks of skateboarding, learned how to focus and learned how to like commit like in everything in life. I just learned if you try it you will succeed. So I said, yeah, fuck it, I will do this government exams, I will do it. It's like jumping downstairs or like learning a new combo. If you try for 3 hours you will make it. So I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I will commit and make it.
That's
Yeah,
right,
that
man.
is what was the question? You're starting and whoa.
No, you answered like a whole bunch of questions. So I mean, I had like
Yeah,
different
yeah.
questions, but you answered them all. But that's definitely good. And hold on, you got a little video for us. Tell us about this video we're about to watch.
Yeah, actually, like a friend of mine from Spain. I already told you that I used to live in Spain, and one of my best friends, they're still from Spain and everything. So I'm like actually kind of bilingual, German, Spain, like German and Spanish, not Spain, German and Spanish. So yeah, I have a bunch of friends there, and this dude has been writing me on Instagram for like for many years, and I'm film a typical dude. Yeah, come and come to my island, and we will film. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
typical random shit. And then I one time like texted him back, like in the comments, I will always was saying, yeah, would be awesome, would be awesome. Then one day I said, yeah, why not? Let's try to make it happen. So I texted him, hit up a bunch of sponsors. One sponsor like my skate shop sponsor, Skate Pros, like big skate shop from like from Europe, from Denmark there, but they're also sending out to America and all over the world.
Hmm.
Big shout out and big thanks to them for making it happen. They also helped me last year to go to the States and
Oh, sick.
everything. Yeah. But then they get me some money for the flights, for the hotel. A homie of me, a second filmer, came as well. It
Hmm.
had with social media. We did a bunch of social media stuff for them. Yeah. And then we visited the filmer on Mallorca Island in Spain. It was like 6 days and one day of rain or 2 days of rain. So then we went party. But actually, the idea was just go there, having good times, taking some pictures, like photos for an interview as well, and getting some clips. And then after like 2 days, we realized, whoa, we got already 1.5 minutes or something, so many clips. So I said, yeah, hey man, listen, like we will make it happen. Let's try to film a full part in 1 week. Obviously, it's not super high level full part, but we were visiting so many different spots. He picked us up every day, like super professional. Besides the raining days, like at 10 in the morning, and then we went filming until 9 or whenever when it was totally dark already, just some beers in the there are so many English dudes. I don't know if you know Mallorca Island. It's famous for
Uh,
this.
I heard about it, but never been there.
Yeah, it's famous for drinking tourism. So we all nights went to this English karaoke bars and the UK dudes, bunch of beers, dinner somewhere, and then we went sleeping next day again. Yeah. And it was super awesome because it's really insane, the spots there. We went to this, it's actually not abandoned, but it's like in winter, they have the water park there closed. It's only for tourists. So until May or April, May, I don't know, it's closed. There's only one security and security doesn't care. So we went inside and skated into this water park. I remember this big cobra, like 3-4 meter cobra. Yeah. There's a bunch of clips inside and yeah, really nice architecture. So make sure to check it out.
All right.
Skating is cool as well, but yeah, skating is nice. I'm stoked what I got in 1 week, let's be honest. It's just like 5 days of filming. So it's cool, but especially like the wide range of spots is what I think is so amazing. We went from one part to the island. There was like this normal like ledge spot. Safashina skate plaza is also like perfect ledges, and then we took the car. There was like this, I don't know, it was like sitting bench kind of thing, but super crazy quarter pipe. You will see. Super interesting, amazing spots. I was so stoked. It's actually close to Mallorca, to Barcelona. I've been a bunch of times. Obviously, it's not so far away and everything. And people always say, Barcelona's heaven for skaters and everything. But I was like second or third time it was like on Mallorca. Now for skating, and I was like almost the same or even better because it's not so crowded. We did not get kicked anywhere. So
really?
Super nice. Yeah.
That's good. Well, you ready to show everybody it? All right. Well, all right, world. Here he is. Here's Sebastian's video. Let's check this out.
Texture like sun lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown. Golden brown. Every time, just like the last, on her ship, tied to the mast. To distant lands, takes both my hands, never a frown with golden brown. Golden brown, fine temptress. Through the ages she's heading west. From far away, stays for a day. Never a frown with golden brown.
Hey, dude, that was a dope video, man. I liked it, man. I see how you said the water park and all that stuff, man. That was pretty sick. You know, what was your favorite thing about that?
Appreciate that. Water park, obviously. Got
Yeah.
like 6 clips, like in the water park, like different spots. It was pretty exhausting. Actually, water park was the second or third spot of the day. So we went there in the afternoon. I was already exhausted, but I went there and I was like, wow, this is so amazing. I remember this super small overword. It was like this of transitioner to get into it and then boom, overword. Only like I did small board slide there was amazing. Then in this big cobra cap, double flip and everything, like it was so amazing, super challenging.
Hmm.
It was like really every spot totally different, and it's not like skate park transition. It's so
Yeah.
hard, so rough, and it was so much fun. I like it when it's challenging. At the beginning, you skate it and think you cannot do anything. It will not be possible, and then you're starting to get used to it and starting to figure it out, and at the end, boom! Wow! I didn't expect this would be possible.
Yeah.
That's what I love about skateboarding, especially about these interesting spots where you don't have to kill yourself and still looks cool, interesting, and people say, "Wow, did not expect that."
Yeah. Dude, and you think about it, you're living your dream. I mean, think how many water parks you've been in your life, and you're like finally get to go skate a water park. You know that you're living a dream. You know, child
So,
dream.
so totally, totally.
And what sponsors? Who are you sponsored by right now?
Yeah, bunch of brands. Like, what do you consider sponsors? Like sponsors and supporters. Some who
Yeah.
support you financially, and others not. So, well, I'm super grateful. Some are really good friends. Yeah, like Skate Pro, Skateshop. I told you already. Then this ecological energy drink from Germany, Sober energy drink. Sober, pretty cool name for energy drinks. They have this big eye on their bottles, and it's totally different like most energy drinks because they don't have any sugar inside, only like natural ecological juices, matcha tea, and stuff like that. It's really,
Okay.
I would not say it's really tasty. Like it's insanely tasty, and you know that you're not drinking bullshit.
Yep. Yep. Not drinking
And
Red Bull.
sometimes you just need it. Imagine after school Sundays, I'm like, ooh, and then at the skate park, and then I'm hyped again. Usually, I'm always like full of energy, and yeah, but sometimes you still need the kick, and it's nice. Yeah, and light skateboards from LA, from Reseda. I
Okay. Yeah.
visited,
That's a good brand right there.
yeah, I visited them last year, and then they had a surprise for me last August. Made me pro for them. Super.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. Rockstar bearings from New York, Autobahn wheels as well, not German brand. Actually, like OC Web dudes are
Yep.
now running it, like Madrid skateboards, and then like running Autobahn. What else? S like Cis grip tape from Germany. It's like super interesting brand. It's like non-abrasive grip tape, but not the typical non-abrasive grip tape shit because it really works.
Yeah.
This dude is like German engineer. Wow, German engineering. He's doing like the surfaces of the boats so that the water plants don't get stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what his real shit is. But he's been skating for many years now. He's not skating anymore because of his brand and his family and everything. But he still kept on doing the grip tape company. It's like existing for 15 years already and keep on improving it. Now it's made of like PET bottles, recycled, and it's super good because usually actually grip tape is kind of sandpaper.
Hmm.
Grip tape works because of friction, but the quartz stones, the sandpaper is harder than the material of your shoes, so your shoes get immediately destroyed. And this is like plastic fiber kind of,
Okay.
and they're longer than the quartz stones. Quartz stones are like, if you check macro photo, quartz stones are super small and they're like synthetic fiber. They are longer and a little bit softer than the shoes. So what will get destroyed? Not the shoes, little bit as well, but not really. Sometimes I'm skating my shoes for 3 months and I'm skating every day. This is
Wow.
crazy.
That's crazy,
And
dude.
so the grip tape gets destroyed. But being way longer, it has the same life like a regular grip tape.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 weeks, starts feeling, sometimes I'm skating it for 6 weeks because the light skateboards don't break. So I'm sometimes in winter when I only skate mini ramp, I had the same grip tape for 4 months, I think.
That's crazy. Four months of the same grip tape during the wintertime, huh?
Yeah, true. Yeah, then also they give me S shoes from the distribution, real clothing, Avenue suspension tracks. They're so insanely good. I'm interested in different products, and I like being able to cruise properly, and they really helped me. Also, like I used to have sometimes back issues, and now nothing anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then I like clothing brand from Germany, like Real brand. It's called what else? Stinky socks, Pocky's boxer shirts. Before I told you, I'm sitting here in boxer shorts. I'm sitting here in my Pocky. Like the ass.
Hey,
The ass.
I'm sitting in shorts.
Yeah, well, that's Stinky socks.
We're showing off what we're wearing.
Yeah. Oh, let me check. Yeah, Insta360 cameras. They also give me the.
How you like those?
They're so sick. They're so good.
Because I see your clips all the time, man. You do some crazy shit, dude. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they're so easy to film. Like I suck at filming, and most people who film me are also not the best filmers. But you only can take the selfie stick and then boom, and afterwards you select the angles you want. And now they put out this insanely crazy thing. It's like tripod, selfie stick, and following cam at the same time. Still did not have time to really check it out. I did a little bit, but I saw some clips like of people like these runners, basketball players, and then the camera is moving, and I was like, "Whoa! I can put the tripod, and then it will film me in the skate park, and it will always focus and stabilization as well." It's a gimbal it's as well, so you can film someone with the selfie stick thing, and it focuses the dude. You can focus only the skater, so it will always have him centered, and it will not be shaky. This could change the game totally. The skate park clips from the kids, or like most skate park clips, it's so insanely hard to film with a phone, and then just like, and you have perfect footage. Yeah, but back to the sponsors, they're also sending me like the CBD creams, OG Labs. There's actually like a brand from the States now, do this based in Poland. Yeah, and Wax, Ladrido Skate Wax from Austria, homie, that's shout out to him as well. Some also supporting the French companies. But yeah, I think that's it. If I forgot something, I just
I said, you
yeah,
know what?
also one good thing as well, like balance board sponsor I have as well. I don't know if you've seen when I sometimes put like these one roller balance board, another roller balance board. Yeah, like shout out to Brother Balance Board, German brand. They're helping me to practice on my balance. Usually in winter it gets dark so early here, like around 4:30 in the afternoon. So I have more free time. Go skating straight after school, then working again. And then I'm like, after 2 hours of schoolwork, I'm like, ooh, then I go on the balance board doing my shit, phone calls, emails, social media stuff, and then you're relaxed to work again. So shout out to them for making my life easier.
And then one of the questions before we take off is you turning pro. I mean, take us back to that day when your board brand turned you pro. Like, take us back to that day.
Yeah, it was actually super sick because a friend of mine and me, we were visiting them in LA in Reseda. They arranged their pool house for us, so we had our own house there. And then waking up, chill in the morning, and then boom, they came out, showed me the board. Then we went skating and said, yeah, today we're going to party. And one of the dudes like this, the owners are two brothers, and they said, yeah, today we're going to party and everything. So in the evening we went to their sister's house to make barbecue. She's got one of these big houses, like next to Jim Carrey or something. Not in Hollywood, I don't remember, but up in the hills, like with big pool and like whirlpool and everything. So we made barbecue, hundreds of beers and everything, chilling. Did some like really insane, stupid pictures. I got a mustache for the pictures.
I see it.
Just for fun.
You gotta be like me now, man. Gotta get this out.
Just for fun. I put my pit wipers on, like pit wiper sunglasses, you know?
Yeah.
And they also hook me up sometimes with sunglasses, and I look insanely like an idiot at this rich people's house with the board, with the mustache, with the Freedom beer. You remember when Budweiser, they called them Freedom?
Yeah.
It was the insider all day. Freedom! Yeah, we'll never forget. Pictures are so insanely good.
Dude, that's right. Congratulations on that, man. And you know, that's a long dream to, you know, something that you dreamed of or thought of that you would one day hopefully turn pro. I mean, and it happened, you know.
Yeah. I used to be back in the day for a European brand, but then they had to close and everything. And then I was already, I don't know, 28 something. I don't know how old. Now I'm 32. But then I got some offers, and then but I tried light skateboards, and I was like so stoked by the brand, by their vision, and then I started riding for them, and never expected actually that an American brand would turn me pro one day, and even less being older than 30. So it was so insanely nice for me. Super stoked, man.
Cool. Are you gonna go to Tampa Pro next year or what?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm not so big contest fan and everything. And also what's up there. People are killing it way too much. I'm not good at these kind of skate parks because I don't have any rails here in my hometown. So I used to be okay at rails back in the day when there were more rails I could skate, but now there are not any, so I suck.
Yeah. No, I'm not a big contest skater myself. I mean, even when I was younger, I mostly I think I did my one and I was like, I'm done. I'm not even touching
Yeah,
contests.
I know I did, and many and bigger contests, but usually I prefer when it's not this street league skate parks, more flow where you have smaller obstacles, and I'm more like putting 15 tricks in 1 minute than jumping down twice down 15 stairs handrails. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
There are some people who do 4 tricks. They are so insane, like whoa, like cavalarian backflip down 10 and then 3 flip down 10 stairs or whatever. And I'm like, I want to walk tomorrow, and I have to go to school next week. So I prefer going faster, blah blah blah, creative shit, more technical stuff, and yeah.
Hell yeah. And then do you have anything coming up for 2023?
No.
I like that answer. No.
We were supposed to put out that mini ramp part, like, yeah, shout out. I did the shout out already to Backyard Ramps when you asked about my sponsors. I forgot them.
Yeah,
got them. The brand who put the mini ramp in my attic, and I was filming like last year. We started in summer and ended in autumn, winter. We were filming like full video mini ramp part for them. Like, I don't know, it's 6-7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it already and everything, and it turned out super cool. But you know, sometimes there are problems to release it. So it's been waiting for 6, 7, 8 months already. But one day it will come out.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
that's
you
the
know
only
the
thing. But this was pretty insane because
I was just saying. I said, you know, the viewers are going to be ready to watch your mini ramp part now.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it was cool because we filmed it on 5 or 6 weekends, I don't know, and always maybe 5 weekends with visiting different mini ramps of the company. So one time in my old hometown, did one weekend there, another weekend with kind of different obstacles in another city. one mini ramp in the forest as well. Like every mini ramp with different way of skating it, kind of, and different. There I focused on more tech tricks. There I focused more on blah blah blah. I will not say too much, so better get ready to watch it.
And one last thing, what can you say to the upcoming skaters? Anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, don't get too good at that as old skaters. Keep on. Okay, no, I'm only joking. Just enjoy. If you want to compare to someone, just compare to yourself. No one will be able to do all crazy tricks people are doing out there, and it's also not necessary. Find your own style. Do what you really like, and people will see that you like it, and you will stand out more than trying to copy everything and doing all crazy tricks. That's what I think. If you do what you love, you will immediately get better, and people will see how much you're enjoying doing what you're doing. And yeah, that's how you will probably make it. And trying it too hard and "Ooh, I have to learn this, I have to do that," then people see you, and probably team managers will see, yeah, another of these crazy good kids, but there are thousands out there, so something is missing.
Yeah.
Maybe I just say enjoy, don't stress yourself too much, try to improve, get a better you, and yeah, it's not a competition against each other, it's skating together and just having fun and way of expressing yourself. And if you want to do freestyle, whatever, you're inventing your own style of skating, go for it. It's fucking nice. There's enough stress in life and enough craziness. Skateboarding should be a way out of everything, disconnecting, enjoying, feeling the freedom, meeting some girls, having some beers, and whatever.
I like the last one. Meet some girls and some beers and have a good time.
Exactly. The last word.
Well, Sebastian, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Congratulations turning pro, and I'm
Appreciate it.
look forward to seeing your mini ramp video pretty soon.
Yeah, I will send you for
Definitely,
sure.
definitely. Okay.
Smells so lovely.
What's up, Taylor?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, dude?
Good, man. How are you, Tommy?
Good, good. Like the procedure of seating.
Yeah, thanks. This is usually how I just hang out.
I like it, dude. How was your trip up?
It's been really good. We've hit like 8 or 9 spots already so far. So
Okay.
from Seattle to where are we right now?
Oceanside.
Oceanside, California. So yeah, it's been quite a journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what
You haven't come out to any shows, which I've noticed.
Tampa?
So, oh, you did? Yeah, you were at Tampa. That's right.
It was T-Bone.
All right, I'll let you. I forgive you.
That was when you had T-Bone on there.
Tyrone Olsen.
Tyrone,
For you guys
yes,
who
Tyrone.
don't know who T-Bones is.
So some people might not know who you are, but tell us a little about yourself, a small little bio.
Sure.
Okay.
Usually that's the host's job to introduce the guy, but I'll do your work for you if you want me to.
Go ahead,
sure.
do it.
So our guest today is Tylor Clark, which he's a stand-up comedian and a skateboarder. He's got an album out called Addictive Tickle that has been getting dozens of downloads for years now, like truly game changer. And I have some skateboard jokes on my album that went kind of viral in the like skateboarding world and got me interviewing Thrasher magazine, Low Card magazine, some other like skateboard media. TSM has been a huge supporter, which I've very much appreciated.
100%.
And now I tour the country doing shows at skate shops, comedy clubs, small theaters, stuff
Okay.
like that. And I go out to Tampa Pro every year and do a comedy show for their like Welcome to Tampa party.
Yeah.
And yeah, just trying to keep growing, keep moving. I got a special I'm recording in September.
Okay.
That'll be really cool. That
Oh.
should be out sometime later this year.
Sick. And guys, go to Tampa Pro, watch them live. Sick.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
But if come see me wherever I am.
Exactly.
You don't have to just wait for
Follow
Tampa
him on
Pro.
Instagram a little bit. And going back a little bit, so where'd you actually grow up at?
I grew up in Las Vegas, actually. So
Okay.
I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay.
And then my parents were like, you know, this is maybe not the best place for children. And then they moved to an even worse town called Everett, Washington.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that's where I kind of came up skating and stuff and getting like my first sponsors and stuff like that.
And talking about sponsor, my assistant actually linked on something from like through YouTube or something. You have a little sponsor tape.
Yeah, when I did, when I got my interview in Thrasher, I was already like filming a bunch of footage for, and so I was like, oh, sick, like, because most comedians would be like, great, I want to like showcase my comedy, but no, I'm like, no, I want to show everyone my skating. So I made this like sponsor me video that was like ironic, and I hired an actress to like play my pregnant wife in the sponsor me video and stuff. So. It was like making fun of the fact that I'm 38 years old and still think I want to go pro, as, you know, which is not a joke, but just kind of a delusional side effect of being a skateboarder, I think.
You ready to show the world it?
Oh, you're going to premiere the video here? Our premiere's been out for 2.5 years.
Yeah,
but
we're going to show it to people that haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, awesome. Let's go.
Let's check it out right here.
Hey, what's up? I'm Taylor Clark. I'm 36 years old and I've been skating for 24 years. And this is my sponsor me video.
Sponsor you? For what?
For skating.
For skating? I thought you were a comedian.
I am a comedian, but the people want to see Daddy T do skating too.
You promised me when we got pregnant that you would stop this skating bullshit and that you...
Start over.
I wish I could start over.
Hey, what's up? I'm Taylor Clark. I've been skating for 24 years and I'm 36 years old, and if I skate more than twice a week, I have to go to the ER because my body kind of seizes up, doesn't it? But since my wife doesn't allow me to skate, it rarely happens.
Listen, where did the British accent...
I go British when I get distracted and frustrated, and you're distracting and frustrating me.
I'm distracting and frustrating you. Allow you to skate. You have a wife and kids and responsibilities. You just want to get rid of that so you can skate. You know what I think about that?
Hey, it does nothing. Is it wet in there? It doesn't matter. I'll get a new one. I'm about to get sponsored. Let's start over. Hey, what's up? My name's Taylor Clark. 24 years into skating, and even though I'm an old bitch, I still think actually my best parts are in me still. So. Tell me what you think of my footage.
Yeah, tell me what you think about my footage. I could really use a sponsor and a new husband for this baby here. So can you sponsor that shit? can you?
Not really.
We're getting a
making
divorce.
this. Yikes. If she's serious about the divorce, though, I'm gonna be able to skate so much.
So much skating.
So much skating. It's when my ankle heals. This isn't the worst news. I'll be honest. Child support, is that a thing still?
I think you got this.
I think
your sponsor will take care of it.
I think, yeah, right. Exactly. Sick.
Dude, that was a sick little sponsor tape, dude.
Oh, thanks.
That was good, dude.
Thanks.
I mean,
Crazy to watch it again after all this time.
After
It was
what,
like,
2 years?
Forgot I did have that stuff.
So, growing up in skateboarding, what got you into being a comedian? Like, was it more like skateboarding, or were you like, who was your favorite actor or favorite comedian?
Well, when I was obsessed with Dave Chappelle when I was
Okay.
like 18, 19 years old, and I was like at the peak of like my obsession with skateboarding as well. And I went to film school when I was 19.
Okay.
And so I was like, wanting to get into movies and stuff like that as my career,
Yeah.
But when I went to film school, I went to film school in Vancouver, Canada, which is like the skateboard mecca of
100%.
Canada.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, I'll do film school, but oh my God, look at all this skating. And so I just like skated the whole time. I did okay in school, but I also like filmed a part and like, hung out at the skate plaza and smoked weed at Blunt Brothers Cafe all day, like I was 19 years old.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like an official grown up in Canada, you
Yeah.
know, so I was like drinking at bars and like, like trying to have sex with women unsuccessfully, all the stuff that 19-year-old 5'6" dudes with bowl cuts,
Yeah.
do. And, so I did that, and I was like, oh, this is, I wanted to get into movies, but then when I came back to the States after school, I was like, how am I going to get into the film industry? I was like working my way up to the camera department or editing department or whatever, but I wanted to like direct and act and stuff like that too. So I was like, I always loved stand-up comedy, and there was like a stand-up comedy club in my neighborhood where I lived in Seattle. So I would drive by there and be like, oh yeah, like stand-up comedy. Like it looked like a magic club or something like that, like, and then as soon as I started going to open mics, it reminded me so much of skateboarding because there was this like subculture that was involved, and it was like all these people hanging out, and they like spoke in this like secret language that I didn't understand yet, and it was all about like trying something and failing and then trying that same thing again with a little change.
Yeah.
And then so all that like minutia of like how to get jokes to like work and do well, it reminded me of skateboarding in the same way, like, oh, if I put my foot here, it goes a little bit different. Or if now I'm landing in every try. And so when a joke starts working every try, you're like get more consistent at it, but then you get better at it just like you do a trick, So all of that kind of stuff really reminded me of skating. And it just kind of like spoke to me in that same way where I was like, oh, I just want to be a part of this world somehow, So I got really into it. And then I figured, I was like, oh, I'll just do stand-up comedy for like 6 months, get on to Saturday Night Live, and then in a couple of years, I'll be directing movies with Adam Sandler, and then I'll turn 28.
And
you know what I mean?
out.
Yeah, exactly. Cut to like 10 years later, I'm doing interviews with you.
Exactly.
Again, it's just
Me,
fucking
this guy.
far cry from Jimmy Fallon over here, but so far it's going pretty well. I'm very stoked. Like
Hell yeah.
I'm living the, I would say like I'm living the dream, but it's very specific to my dream.
Yeah.
Like I don't know a lot of other comedians who are like, I would love to do comedy in front of 9 people in a skate shop, but like that is like exactly what I want to do. So it is like pretty fulfilling, honestly. Yeah.
And if you think about it too, I mean, like you said, like skateboarding, what got you where you're at? 100%. I mean, you went to Vancouver for filming, but also
some people would say it really kept me down for a lot of years as well. Because I would like go to film school and I could have like focused on film, but I was like focusing on like switchback tails like shove-its instead,
Yeah.
And it was like, and same with like even when I moved to New York to like pursue stand-up comedy, and it was like, oh, I was like, I knew people in comedy and it was like the whole world was available, but then there were all these like spots everywhere and I'd be like late to a show because I was like, but they just uncapped this ledge and this is more important to me than like going to do this show or whatever right now.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like it's always like a 51% positive, but like 49% negative sometimes. Like my body is like falling apart and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like skateboarding got you to where you are now, you know, the hospital. It's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm very grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm super passionate. It's like I remember telling my wife, like, I have to do this because I can't shut it off. You know what I mean? So instead of continually trying to shut my skateboard switch off so I could pursue my other goals, I was like, fuck it, it's all the way on, and that's just the way I'm gonna live, for better or worse.
Yeah. And when you do your skits, do you how you do them? Do you
stand-up comedy, you mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
Stand-up comedy.
I would say sets. Like when you do sets and stand-up. Yeah, skits is more like sketch comedy. Like Saturday Night Live, they do like skits, you know,
And when you do your sets, how you do them? Do you do them like life experience, or do you like? Because I know a lot of comedians, they always talk
I do
about
it based on whoever the last podcast interviewer was, and I try to like build that as my foundation. So I'm just like, yeah, so the last guy looks like he, you know, lives under a bridge or whatever, and like, you're gonna grant me 3 wishes after this interview?
Exactly. Just rub my head.
Nothing, you guys are all fucking, all right. But no, it's all just like whatever comes to me. Yeah. It's whatever comes to me. It's like based on my life. It's based on my experiences. That's why when I was talking about skateboarding, my stand-up, it came from like, this is my world. This is what I know about. So I feel like as a comedian, I was able to articulate it in joke form and like about like skateboard culture, like, you know, the lifestyle of it or whatever, in a way that like I think really like spoke to, you know, skateboarders specifically, but also to regular people that are like, oh, I never thought about skateboarding like that or something like that, because I was able to present it in like a stand-up comedy routine. Yeah.
And do you remember when you first time did your first set? Like first time you went to, you know, your comedy set?
Sure.
Were you like nervous? Were you like?
For sure. Yeah.
Like were you like hands shaking? Were you like?
No, I mean, I did improv and stuff like that. Okay. So I was like, I'd been on stage enough times to be like, okay, like I'm familiar with what the lights feel like and what it feels like when a crowd is all like looking up at you and stuff. But with stand-up, it's like your first time, no matter how much experience you have, like performing or talking in front of people, when you get up there and it's like my ideas and it's just me up here, and if it doesn't go well, I still have to stay up here for like 2 or 3 more minutes. Like
no tomatoes yet, right?
That's a kind of anxiety that you just cannot understand until you do it. You know, it's like similar. Like you remember dropping in for your first time, where everything in your body is like, don't do this. Like, you know what I mean? Stop. Like pull back. But you're telling yourself, no, I've seen other people do it. I know it's possible. Like that's how stand-up is for the first time, where you're like, oh, like everything in your body is like, get the fuck out of here. These people are gonna kill you. But you push through it.
You didn't get no tomatoes thrown at you or anything?
Just a couple of glass bottles. No tomatoes, no glass bottles. It was safe. I actually remember my first set went all right. Like I actually got laughs. Like I didn't have a full bomb, but I spent like a year or 2 after that just like eating shit, just like no laughs, like hard bombs.
And how you take over that? Not take over, but how's that? How you get over that hump of that?
I mean, it's, coming back to like skateboarding, it's like I've fallen eat shit all the time. So this was like almost easier than, because I was like, this is just emotional trauma. I can handle this. Like I'm not waking up with a fucking bum shoulder the next day. I just have like nightmares about, you know, my dick jokes not working. You know, it's a different kind of eating shit. But I was familiar with eating shit, so I was like, oh, this is my wheelhouse.
And do you, like, when you get those experiences, do you have to like, okay, I have to redo my sets, I have to do different
you
things?
tweak. I got to put my foot somewhere different. I'm going to say this word instead of that word. I'm going to get to the point a little bit quicker, and you just start like manipulating your sets until, you know, you start landing your tricks, like till they start working, you know, hopefully.
See, I'm always want to do comedy, but I'm always afraid of like same thing, you know, like, wow, I don't want to stand in front of somebody and then hear crickets. And I'll be like, fuck, dude, I'm done, dude. Here, I dropped the mic, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just going to happen. The thing is like, I don't know what happened with you as a skater, but like at one point you like get the bug, right? Like you feel like you've been bitten, right? Like you're like, oh, now I'm like, I have to do this. Like that's all I can think about. And it's not even about being good at it. It's just about like figuring this out a little bit more and like being in the world, you know? So even whether you're bombing or not, like you kind of feel that bug will bite you at one point. Some people do one set and they're like, fuck this, you know, that's not for me. Like, these people don't like me, I'm not funny, whatever, and then you never do it again. But some people will get like one laugh or get like a little giggle or something and be like, oh, I like that. I want to see if I can get more. I want to go up again and see if I can build on that. And like pretty soon you'll start getting big laughs. And then also you're hanging out at stand-up comedy clubs and shows. It's like you spend your whole night laughing. You know what I mean? Even if you're not doing well, like you're watching other people do well, and you're like watching jokes. It's like a pretty fun night, you know. But once your ego starts to get wrapped up in it, then it starts to get detrimental, right? Because then you start watching other comics do well, and instead of enjoying it, you start being like, man, I want to be that funny, or I'm funnier than this guy, or oh, this guy's not that funny. Why is he getting opportunities and I'm not? And it happens with skating too. Obviously, you watch people and you're like, this guy's fucking getting sponsors. This guy fucking sucks. He can't even back 50 or whatever. Like, you know, and it happens obviously in skateboarding a lot. It's like with the fucking, you know, female skaters and trans skaters and stuff like that. There's a lot of bitterness with people just being like, but I worked so hard to be good at skating. Like, why is this person getting opportunities? And it's like, that's a you problem. That's not a them problem.
Exactly,
like, you need to look more about inside your own shit before you start hating on all this other stuff going 100%. On out here, you know? That's my opinion.
And do you, who are your top 5, you already said Dave Chappelle, but who are your top 5 comedians that you would love to work with?
Well, yeah, Dave Chappelle's amazing. George Carlin's probably like my number one guy,
100%.
rest in peace, you know? But like guys working today, I fucking love Gary Goldman. I think he's amazing. Bill Burr is probably like one of my icons. Like I can't even like listen to him because he affects my like stand-up so much because I start listening to him and then pretty soon fucking all my stand-up starts talking ranty and fast-paced and I was like gotta pull back from listening to Bill so much. But yeah, those would be like my guys. I really like for Wanda Sykes, I've been like really down the rabbit hole with her lately. And she's fucking insanely good at stand-up, man. Like really fucking funny. So yeah, I don't know. Was that 5?
Yeah, that's 5. Mine are like Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's the best. Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. I saw Rob Schneider.
I worked with him actually.
No way.
Yeah,
what was that like, dude?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was great, dude. I mean, he's like, he gets a lot of shit, but like, I love his movies. Like, I think it's like almost embarrassing for some people to admit, but like, I'm like the first to be like, dude, Deuce Bigelow is a masterpiece.
Oh, it is.
Like, I think it's fucking so funny, you know. But and like even like Hot Chick, I thought was like really funny. And his stand-up was like surprisingly good. Like he's a real comic. Like he has like fast jokes, and you know he comes quick.
I saw him in La Jolla this year, and I loved it, dude. He got so controversial, like just talking.
Yeah, see, I honestly, some of his controversial stuff, I like wish he would steer away from because I like talk shit on Kevin James. I don't want to hear you talk shit on fucking LGBTQ people.
He was talking some funny shit, dude. I was just like, wow, dude. No wonder
why
he
has some funny takes. He still has good jokes. Like even if I might not agree with the opinion, I'll be like, but structurally the joke works. You know.
What's your comedy? Do you try to stay away from politics?
No, I talk about everything. I have like a huge fucking rant right now about you know, Chick-fil-A and conversion therapy camps and stuff like that I think is like, I don't like purposely try to be controversial, but if there's like something I just think is really funny and I want to talk about and I have a point that I don't think anyone else has made, then it's like, then I'm going to dig into it, you know?
Okay.
But I'm not like super strategic about like, what are the hot topics of today? Oh, I want to make sure to push all the red button issues, you know? Like, I don't get off on that at all.
And do you see, you know, lately, you know, you're my first skateboard comedian that I have seen. And now, since I follow you and watch your stuff and everything, I'm starting now seeing more skateboard comedians get involved in it. Is that pretty rad for you?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. And I get messages from people be like, oh, you know, you inspired me to start doing stand-up. And I've like toured around and like hit places twice now. And I've had like skaters be like, yeah, I never saw stand-up comedy, but then I watched you and now I'm doing open mics and stuff like that. And I just think that's awesome. I know comics are much more popular than me that have like leaned into their skateboard background and have told me that that's like I've been an inspiration for them to like embrace their love of skating and stuff. Like, oh dude, it's super fucking awesome, man. It's cool because I was like, I quit comedy for, you know, a while, and I was like, when I got back into it, it was like I was just really just like wanted to make a little bit of money at it would be nice, but I figured I'd always have a day job and stuff. Okay. So to be like touring now and then like inspiring people and have, you know, this weird niche that I've like kind of created for myself is surreal. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's right. And then what do you have coming up? Anything for 2023?
Yes, I'm recording my special in September at the Everett Historical Theater, which you guys should all fly out to come see me. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be a big deal. I'm putting like a lot of effort into the production and stuff like that as well. So it's going to feel special. It's not just going to be like an hour of stand-up. It's going to be like a film. I'm super hyped about that. So hopefully I'll put that out. We'll see if any networks or anything pick it up, but most likely I'll just put it out myself.
Yeah.
And hopefully be out by like November.
Okay. And then one last question. What do you have for anybody that wants to be in your shoes? What can you say to those people?
Like that wants to do stand-up?
Stand-up, skateboarding, all that
Don't.
stuff. I found
Don't.
that.
It
Why
sucks.
you say that? Why you say
yeah,
that?
no, just don't. I mean, like, skateboarding is rad. Definitely do skateboarding, like, go skate, you know, but pursuing it as a career is treacherous. And stand-up it's terrible. It's here's the thing with, I say that because I want, if most people quit, right? Like most people eventually quit doing stand-up and they don't look fondly back on their experiences because it's really hard. But if you're gonna do it, nobody on some skateboard podcast telling you not to do it is gonna slow you down, right?
Yeah.
If anything, it motivates you. So I think if you're gonna do it, hearing more people tell you not to is actually a net positive for you and your pursuits of comedy to help lower your expectations. Because people might get into stand-up comedy with this kind of like expectation that it's gonna lead somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, for a very, very, very slim margin of people, it leads anywhere. You know what I mean? Maybe like you run a show or you run an open mic or you produce something or you like make sketches or it leads you down another creative path. That's fucking awesome when that happens. And I think similar to skateboarding might turn you onto art and music, and like that is your original avenue in towards like creative subcultures in general. And then like skateboarding can always be that like touchstone you have to like your origin story and like whatever world you end up in.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is like that in a lot of ways too. Like people are like, oh, I started at stand-up comedy, but now I'm writing for TV. Or I started as a stand-up comic and now I shoot video for Comedy Central or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But most people, it's fucking most comics are open micers, right? So it's like 99% of stand-up comedians don't ever get a gig, right? So they spend years, like, you know what I mean, not fucking up their relationships and turning into alcoholics and drug addicts and shit like that, and then never writing a good joke.
Yeah.
And then it's like, those are the people I'm like, just don't. You know what I mean? Just like, don't bother. You know what I mean? You're better off just like stay with your girlfriend, don't break up with her, and just keep working at Jiffy Lube. You'll be all right.
You hear that? Taylor tells you how to do it.
Yeah.
He's writing a whole book. 10 things what you should not do.
I teach comedy classes. Like,
Really?
that's one of the things I do. And like my first day in class, I'm just like, you guys want a refund? like go ahead, I'll give it to you right now. And I just like strip away all the delusions that people have about stand-up comedy.
Has anybody gave you a refund yet?
No, but that's the thing is like
Yeah.
most people that someone telling them not to do it is not gonna make them stop. Like if you want to do it, you're gonna fucking do it, you know? Like, but if one guy telling you not to do it keeps you from doing it, then I'm fucking doing a public service out here by keeping shitty comedians and shitty comedians out of this scene and keeping people's lives intact and not letting stand-up comedy ruin it. You know, that's my goal.
Hell yeah, you hear that? That's his goal. Keep you guys out of there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys ready?
But come to a show. Go watch stand-up. It's great.
You guys
Especially
ready
my
to
show.
check? You ready to check out your set? You ready to do your set?
Oh yeah, I guess I'm doing a set.
Yeah.
All right, let's
There you go. Taylor Clark coming up right now.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to leave you guys with Taylor Clark. Welcome him on.
Hey, keep it going for Tommie Zam, everybody. That was great. Thank you so much, Tommy. Appreciate you guys having me. This feels like NPR's Tiny Desk concert, right? But it's like TSM's Tiny Brick Quarter Pipe. It's kind of the same vibe. This is great. It's always been awesome to perform in front of three camera guys, 2 skaters, and an 11-year-old. This is really my demographic right here. But yeah, so I'm a skateboarder like a lot of you guys. I'm 38 years old though. Unlike a lot of you guys, I'm older, and recently I just broke my ankle skateboarding, which at my age, nobody gives a shit about at all. Like, if people accidentally feel bad for me, they'll try to take sympathy back in like retrospect. So I'll come in on crutches, you know what I mean? And someone will be like, oh my God, Taylor, what happened? I'll be like, skateboarding. And they're like, oh, go fuck yourself. I almost felt bad for you. That's what you get, stupid. That's what you signed up for. Like, who deals with that? Like, as if I was just attacked by dogs, but then they discover I do home invasions. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people react. Like, I don't approve of your lifestyle, and you got what you deserve, you criminal, you know? I think that's so fucked up because I found out through my surgeon that the way most people break their ankles is high heels. Yeah, but everyone feels bad for these bitches. What the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? I'm chasing my human potential in the streets, and you're just bad at being fake tall. That doesn't seem fair. I'm fucking chasing my human potential, pursuing my dreams, and you just don't know how to get out of a cab drunk on stilts. Like, I don't think we're in the same category, you know? But everyone feels bad for stumbling Stephanie at this office party, but nobody fucking cares about crippled Taylor. That's not fair, I don't think, you know? But it's tough when you're this age and you're still skateboarding. Like, I don't realize my best friends are 14 until it gets weird, you know? Like, I just see someone who's really good at skating. I don't see age, you know? And then eventually I tell this kid all my secrets, you know? I told him all of these terrible, dark secrets of mine. And then I think we're buddies. And I'm like, let's go to the bar. And then they're like, I have homework. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Homework? Please say college. Middle school? God damn it. I got to get out of here before they put a red dot on my house. And that's usually about the time their mom calls me and is like, why are you talking to my son? And I'm like, you mean Falcor? This kid rips. Please don't tell him I'm bald. That's usually my only thing I care about is this is what's happening up here. Yeah, it's shocking. Did you see that? Everyone was laughing and went silent as soon as I took my hat off. That's what happens at the skate park, too. If my hat comes off, the children scatter. You know what I mean? They, like, run away from me like a cockroaches when the light comes on. They're like, he's an old! And they just all back away. That's why I always keep my hat on. The only time I take it off is for a few jokes. Otherwise, I wear it at dentist appointments, swim lessons, haircuts. I don't give a shit. Cut around it. Please and thank you. The poor man's toupee. That's what I call it. Thank you guys so much. I'm Taylor Clark. Have a good night. That was a lot of fun. You guys are the best.
Well, it's a wrap for TSM Live Show, Season 6, Episode 7. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. I want to thank Heritage Skateshop for letting us film this episode. Thank you to our sponsors for making this season happen. Thank you to all our guests for coming on True Skateboard Mag Live Show. Tune in next month for Season 6, Episode 8, because that shit's going to be epic. Yeah.